Bienvenidos and welcome a Cositas Mami Never Told Me, a podcast that dives deep into the Latin cultural norms that have long haunted the feminine genre. Montate and buckle up porque it's going to be a roller coaster ride. ¡Nos fuimos! Hey, girl.
Hey, Diana. Our signature.
Hace frío afuera.
It's
getting cold.
It's
getting cold.
I was literally about to pull this blanket over. You guys don't know I show up here in sweats. And then Diana was like, well, I'm going to be casual. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put this outfit on for a picture.
I'm just going to throw on a boot.
And then put the blanket on and cover it up. So we could be comfy.
Now she's a little cold, but at least you were sexy cold, though.
Right? Yeah.
Sure.
Get a peek at the fin.
No le digas nada.
Get a peek at the fin. It's a t-shirt with a black can. Ask me anything else.
What's under the t-shirt? Shh.
You're lucky if I wear a bra anymore. A bralette is
That's
shit.
why she cold.
Just saying. Anyway.
How was your week, girl?
You know what's great? So busy. What did I do? Oh, me and Sophie went to Boston on a mother-daughter weekend, which was so nice, even though it was raining like crazy. But we did the Children's Museum, the Ice Cream Museum. We went to the aquarium. That was so fun. And then my girlfriend Amanda sings in a group called Johnny Swim, and they were here. So we went. I took Freddie to that because it's so funny. Freddie and I, before I met Amanda in LA, Freddie and I were in the Lower East Side for some reason like 10, 15 years ago. And we walked by this place and it was like, oh, Johnny Swim. And all these people were walking in. And I was like, fuck it, let's go in. And it was Johnny Swim. So it's a husband and wife duo. They're amazing. He's Cuban. She's actually Donna Summer's daughter. All random. And I met her because her daughters went to school with Sophie in LA. So random.
Bro.
Random, right?
How many people that were connected to the industry
Crazy.
or sports or
Crazy.
Crazy. That go to that
little school. That little school.
Wow.
It's insane. So
That's
I'm
amazing.
doing carpool one day, and her and Abner, who's her husband, they're so talented. So everybody, you should listen to them. They're called Johnny Swim. Pull up in their car, and it's like the party van. And I was like, damn, they look familiar. And I didn't even think about it. And then I was like, no way. Just like Hillary, Macaulay Culkin's son. It's so, LA is so like that. But nonetheless, so we went to that concert, and the week has flown by. It's already Thursday. My sister turns 50.
Oh, my gosh.
On Monday, she turns 50. Shout out to Jessica, who probably doesn't listen to the podcast.
She's too busy.
But
But
even though we should have her on one day.
We should.
That'd be a great interview.
She should come on. She has a great story to tell. But we'll tell our stories when we're coming up first.
Yes.
Which are good and juicy ones. Because we used to skip school to go see boys. But anyways.
And I used to cock block. I used to block.
We told the story again, but we'll tell it again.
I used to block all the cocks. You know, like the roosters.
The roosters, not the actual.
Roosters.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you know what? It's so funny that you bring up that school because I was going to bring up Jeremy and the moment he's having.
MG.
He
so
is
Addison
like portraying Bruce Springsteen.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
So Jeremy Allen White, yes. It's this little school. It's a little school in LA. It's a little Montessori school in LA.
Little.
And it literally, we put her there because it was around the block from our house. And then as we're there, it's like Dule Hill, Jasmine Simon, Hilary Duff, Macaulay Culkin, Jeremy Allen White, Addis. I was like, this little school is like.
We need to have all them people on the clock.
Celebrity films.
We need to call these people and tell them, come
wasn't
on for
Jeremy
like 15
at the
minutes.
soccer game? Weren't they trying to take pictures of him that day or something crazy?
And Hillary, she was so nice.
She's so great.
Oh
She's having a moment. She's coming out with music.
I was having
Crazy.
like you're Hillary Duff.
A fangirl kind of moment, right?
But I was like, let me calm down. I don't want to, I want to mess this up for.
No.
Let me just relax.
She was so cool. But supposedly she's coming out with new music. which is
I mean, she can come talk about it.
Right? Hillary
hit us up.
Her husband is a famous songwriter, so it all makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was
a pretty well-connected school.
Right?
But that was the weekend. Awesome.
That was the week and the weekends. How was your weekend? Oh, you had a big weekend.
Huge.
Massive. Tell the people.
So my husband turned 50 on the 14th. And
happy birthday,
happy birthday, baby. And we were going to have a few friends over.
Never.
Which turned into about 50 people. So when I was looking
I heard it was more like 75, 100.
It was like 100 people.
Yeah, I heard.
It was like 100 people. Last person left at like 2 in the morning, chop. And I know Vanessa listening. Vanessa, when she left, she said, I'm going to take him with me. I was like, okay. And then he came back.
You mean my husband? I'm taking my husband
with me. Then he came back. I was like, oh, okay.
He's here.
But no, they had a good time. And it was one of the... Because we've always had like big events at my house, and we've always had a lot of people, but it was never all at the same time. You know, people come in waves. So my whole street wasn't like it was this weekend. Like people were parked on the off street to come to my street, which was crazy. So people that come to my house all the time were like, "Yo, what's good?"
And it's crazy because you live on a cul-de-sac,
right?
So
and someone was parked in the middle of the cul-de-sac,
just like
so then people
like a parking lot.
It was double parked around the cul-de-sac. And then someone was parked in the middle, so you had to go around the car. I was like, that person was genius, though.
It became like an island. Actually, I was like, I don't know if I would have thought of that. It's like, fuck it. They could just go around.
They can go around. And it was fine. The cul-de-sac is big enough. And then I was supposed to do something on Sunday, but that got rained out. That's going to happen this weekend. But other than that, I was fine. It got rained out because I was so tired from Saturday. Girl. I was like...
Because Diana, the people who listen, and for those of you who don't, Diana's hostess with the mostest.
Girl. And I did stuff beforehand, and I still ended up...
You still ended up cooking live?
Juggling and like... Well, not cooking. I was doing more of the... I have a new slushy machine from Ninja.
Did you put alcohol
Ninja, hello?
in it?
Well... 1800 alcohol has like this line of like margarita and all these different, so all you have to do is put it in there. But then I got like the syrups and all that stuff in my house anyway because I like to make punches. So I would put the alcohol in with the passion fruit syrup and a little bit of passion fruit juice. Yo, people were going crazy. They were like, yo, this drink is amazing. How you don't drink and you're making these?
And it's like, por ojo. I know. I wanted to go so bad, and then I was like, by the time we get to Boston, it's just not gonna align. But I'm so glad Lowe's had a great birthday.
He had a good time. He had a really good time, which I'm happy about. And so yeah, the weekend like flew by, and here it is again. Like,
and here we are recording.
And I won't be making your sister's dinner. Are you going to New York?
Yes.
I won't be making the dinner.
I leave tomorrow
because of my other thing that I'm doing on Sunday, but. I would have been there if it wasn't that I had to do
it's at Ricardo's.
The hosting. Yeah.
Oh.
But, yeah.
Well, you will be missed. Anyway, let's catch up a little bit on what's been happening this week. So I wanted to touch upon, so I realized in looking back at the episodes, we talk about Bad Bunny every episode. So I think we should just keep that going.
Until he comes on.
We're manifesting. We're visualizing.
He can come on Zoom or he can come right here because I hear he's in New York and back and forth to Puerto Rico. Like
he could just film a drop.
And I think he knows people in Hartford. Like, why wouldn't you come and visit?
I think he performs right next door.
Right next door.
Right next door.
He did. When he was like.
I think the energy in the space, if we just like continue to manifest it.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen.
We can put you right here in the middle.
Right here.
Or wherever you want. You can sit on the windowsill if you want.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I haven't seen him on a podcast.
De Boricua.
Yeah.
Mujeres.
Women. He's done, like, I don't even know if he's done the ones in Puerto Rico. He's never done Molucco.
He did one where he showed up and surprised this girl that's from Santo Domingo. She was actually on the show. Yes,
They danced.
And it's like 4 guys on that one. And then I saw him on a couple of American ones that
he did Zane Lowe,
with
who's
guys
the
that
Apple
know
podcast,
right.
the
And then
big
there's
guy.
another guy that's American. He's not Latino, but he knows Spanish, so he was able to sort of kind of do the interview. But I want to ask him stuff about like, and I'll reserve the questions, but
just life.
I think it'll be great.
Like boxers or briefs.
Boxers or briefs. Like, what's your favorite meal from your mom? Like on a Saturday.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like
just
Chuleta
And
cancan
if
or
he
like
says no Kendall
chuleta?
questions, fine. But I
Yeah.
want to know,
Or
was her
like-
vagina amazing?
Exactly.
'Cause
Or
to
like,
me, it looks like maybe.
oh, vagina amazing. You went there. I'm literally
sorry.
thinking totones in the air fryer or totones in the grave. What are we saying? Red beans,
I
black
just
beans.
don't see it. I know she's a beautiful girl, and I know she's very private or whatever.
No, she's
But
not.
I don't know.
If you want
I
to be
don't see it.
private, you can be private. There's so many celebrities, like quickly to my brain, Kerry Washington. You don't even know what her kids look like.
True. True.
There's always this thing with me and celebrities, maybe because I've worked in the industry a long time. It's like, if you want to be private, you would be private.
You can be private.
Period. And
Yeah.
it's funny because now what you're seeing a lot in like Matthew McConaughey, Salma Hayek, people who hid their kids young, now you can tell their kids either want to get in the industry or want to do something because now they're on red carpets and
Right.
now they're like involving them in projects, which even Beyonce with Blue bringing her on tour, you know,
Adam Sandler bringing his daughters into the movie.
I thought that was
Which-
really nice.
That was really nice. And they're really good, too.
Yes.
Like, they weren't just a favor. Like, they were really good. Again, Bad Bunny was really good in the movie.
So
He's
funny.
so in any movie. Silver Bullet, he was freaking good in that, too.
What
like,
was
he's
the
such
movie?
a great villain.
Yes. It was Silver Bullet. What was the movie
Was it
with
Silver
Austin
Bullet?
Butler, the new one?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the name of that one. But Silver Bullet was with
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
I didn't see
That's
that.
another one.
That's another one. Girl. Yo, well, you know what's crazy though? Well, I want to say something. I saw something on Instagram that was like, if Jennifer Aniston could get over Brad Pitt, you could get over that fucking loser. And I was like, sis, say less.
I saw a meme that said, you want that man to change so bad and he didn't even change his clothes.
Bitch. Bitch. But like, think of this. You're
Cámbiate.
Jennifer Aniston, yes, but you got to see him. Then you got to see him with Angelina Jolie at her prime.
Yes.
Then you got to see them have kids.
Yes.
And then the crazy part is him, George Clooney, like those iconic men who, as they get older, they get with younger and younger women.
And look good still, though.
Amazing.
Leonardo, not so much.
But you could tell he just don't care.
He don't care.
He's like-
he don't care. But you could tell that Brad Pitt has a skin routine. For sure.
I feel like he puts like, what is that? I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna say it, but I don't know if you know, but there's like this. I don't know if it's a myth. It could be true. Research it. Look it up. Baby foreskin is supposedly like amazing for skin.
What?
Yes. Like the
Baby?
baby's penis.
Who's
You know that
selling
gets
this?
circumcised. Yes.
Who's
look it
selling
up.
the nurses?
No, I don't know how it works. It's black.
Who's collecting the circumcision?
Black market. And
it just comes to a point where
it's too much.
it's like Kim Kardashian selling a bush panty. Like, what's really going on? And she sold out.
I'm sorry, she's selling what?
A bush thong. A thong that has hair, different type of hairs.
She did the nipple.
No, this is new. It's sold out.
Wait, a bush panty?
Thong.
I don't get it. Where's the hair?
On the outside of the panty.
In the front?
In the front.
No,
different
that's a
curl
lie.
pattern. That is not a lie.
But why?
Because she know people are going to buy it.
But the thing is,
She's probably laughing
lasered from head to toe.
All the way to the bank.
No, it's stupid.
She's laughing.
It's stupid.
What about her sister being tone deaf about being, arrested at a party or something?
Oh, for
and
her.
being carted away.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
bro,
yes. But
this is really
Kendall,
happening with
yes,
Ice.
Yes.
This is really happening
yes.
with, and
Which is-
Kendall with the Pepsi commercial in the middle of a freaking.
No, it wasn't
What?
a Pepsi commercial. She did it for her tequila with the braids.
No, it's Pepsi.
So, and then on
It was-
top of
and
that,
then
she
she
did
did
her
some-
tequila
yes.
with braids.
Yes.
Like she was Mexican American or
Girl.
Mexican on a horse for a tequila.
No,
I don't get it.
But her sister Kylie just did that, and people are like, "Are they tone deaf?" Yes.
And then did Kylie
They've
just
been
release a
toned-
song?
They're, girl,
Did she?
they all need to hang it up with the singing. Just let all the men that y'all having sex with sing and rap.
Wow. Speaking of singing, what a great transition.
Amazing transition.
I do, because on here we love Bad Bunny and we love Jennifer Lopez 100%.
We do, but
You like it, I love it. But I'm really annoyed at Jennifer in her recent interviews. She's promoting the spider, the movie she's
the
doing.
spider fish of a cat woman.
Killed a spider. The spider killed something. Sorry.
We just don't know. We're making
don't
light
know.
of it.
No,
we're not
I
making
genuinely
light.
don't
We're not
know.
making light
Kiss
of the movie.
Shout out to John Michael. Jessica's boyfriend's actually in the movie, so it's
Yeah,
not
we're
about
not
the
making
movie.
fun of it. We just don't know the title.
The transition to this is that I am a little annoyed at the fact that on 2 interviews recently that I saw, she basically denied knowing the huff puff that's happening with Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl.
Because she's too busy.
Right. But by the way,
She's not too busy
at all. She knows exactly what's happening. She also denied knowing that Mark performed,
which was all over the
concert.
world.
But then somehow knew that he sang Preciosa. And to me, it's like, as a Puerto Rican who claims Puerto Rico, just like Mark, honestly, I feel like this was a moment to educate. You know, she did say some things like people need to really give it an opportunity once they hear his music, blah, blah, blah. But the act of not knowing what's happening instead of taking, I'm sure her PR people told her to do this, but they're probably also white people. That was a moment to kind of be like, this is all ridiculous, and come out kind of in support. Mm-hmm. So it was like
she wants to be neutral because she's promoting a movie that no one's gonna go watch. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I love Jennifer Lopez, and I always try my hardest to support whatever she's doing. Mm-hmm. This movie, I can't. I'm not.
But isn't it about someone who's like a trained opera singer?
And she's it's like a musical too.
Well, I will refrain from further commentary. But that's what I wanted to say. No. That's how we got onto Bad Bunny, because we love the bunny. We love the bunny.
We love the bunny.
Also, sadly, this week D'Angelo passed.
That was crazy. What is up with people keeping cancer a secret? Like,
I didn't do my research. Do you know if he knew? Was he getting treated? I have no idea,
but I feel like, and I'm not saying for him to go to the mountaintops and say, hey, I got cancer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. But I feel like a lot more support could have been given from like his fans, and maybe more, I don't know, more prayers, and, I don't know.
I feel like Chadwick Boseman did the same thing. He was very quiet. It's like this fine line between being private and potentially being an advocate. But I guess I could see how you want to be private instead of becoming an advocate. But I just feel like people younger and younger are getting really sick and passing from things. And that obviously D'Angelo was a R&B legend. And I did not know that he shares a son who's 27 with Angie Stone, who passed away like 7 months ago.
Yeah.
On her tour bus. So anyway, prayers to that family. That is insane.
Are gone. And then now, like, looking back at the video, right? That was revolutionary.
Iconic.
Okay? Not only his body, but every man after that video was trying to get that V at the gym.
And we know, the V we're talking about. That
was trying to get the V. And this
man
man
don't have.
is sitting there naked. Confident.
Naked.
Okay.
Full camera.
Has a couple little flaws on his face, but
none.
Fine.
I saw none. Zero.
Fine.
Saw none.
Zero. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
I mean, besides
so
his music, also
his talent.
Also, Diane Keaton died this week.
She's one of my favorites. Like, she was in so many movies growing up.
Didn't it? I felt like I knew her. It was crazy.
Isn't she Gwyneth Paltrow's mom?
No, she actually never. No, she has one daughter. She was never married. She's not Gwyneth. Gwyneth Paltrow's mom is also an actress.
I'm confusing her.
Yeah, but
they're friends.
They're friends.
Yes.
But Diane Keaton is one of those like Sally Fields and
yes.
These iconic women.
She's like our Betty White.
Yes, and what's crazy, that I thought she would live as long as a Betty White.
Right.
But it just, again, continues to show you that nobody's invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sad. This week was actually really heavy. Now that I think about that.
And Nicki Minaj, her house is going into foreclosure.
P.S. She canceled her
album. Like, you need to sell records so you could pay your bills.
Wow, the way you transitioned into that. The shade.
But this is what I'm saying. Okay, so You're promoting your
where are our shades? Where are our shades? Oh, because the shade was thick.
You're promoting your album, Fighting with Cardi B. You clearly lose that battle.
I feel like that must have been such a hard decision for her. And now what she's going to do is act like she didn't want to put it. Like there's going to be some sort of like projecting onto other people. But I really feel like probably the record label was also like the numbers are just not there. And mind you, Cardi B has broken all types of records with this new album.
But Cardi B don't care.
But also,
and she knows how to reach her fans.
I was going to say, she also was in the middle of Washington Heights on top of a car holding someone's baby.
Absolutely.
At the bodega.
She was selling albums out of her trunk.
I love that. Mind you. Did she have like a Rasta hat on?
Yes.
Yo, that is so Harlem 125.
She had a doobie selling on the street. Like, hi, my name is Cardi B. Do you know who I am? Buy this $20. I need to buy diapers for my daughter.
And then supposedly this week she felt bad when she, talk about fucking being out of the circle, how things have changed for her. She said she felt bad about promoting her album because she recently found out how much the rent in New York is. So she was like, damn, I really am starting to rethink how I was pushing the album because the rent in New York is so out of control. Mm-hmm. So she, again, Cardi B can do no wrong in my eyes.
For real. Cardi, please make some more Spanish music.
We're going to manifest her being on this show, too.
Please. You went on Call Her Daddy. You need to call aquí donde están los boricuas los latinos. Hello.
Period.
You got to come here, Latinas.
Period.
I wanted to mention
it.
Left field. Home Depot. Free classes. HVAC, plumbing,
Wait,
painting,
what?
certificates. Yes. So for all you lazy asses.
Wait, you get a real certificate?
Yes. They're training people.
You know what's crazy though? I mean, this is not what the episode is about, but I feel like those careers, whatever it is, those industries will never go away. AI
Absolutely. They can't replace them.
Can't fix your plumbing. Mm-mm. AI can't do your HVAC.
And you're going to need all that.
All of it. So if you're not knowing what to do,
go to Home Depot and start there. See what you like. It's free.
That's
dope. I just wanted to bring it up because I'm like, yo, Home Depot is. I'm always in there. I'll go in there.
They do tons of classes for kids too.
Yes, and I'm always seeing them doing stuff for the community, for kids. They're sponsoring teams. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff, and for them to be doing this is huge, especially with like people that may not know, like you said, what they want to do. Yeah. And they might go there, get a certificate, and go to the school or to the trade school and get it, further education on it.
I wonder if it's because people aren't going into these industries anymore.
Probably.
Everybody's trying to be an influencer.
Or it can be that
anybody
a lot of the
trying
people,
to do nothing.
Hold on. A lot of these people are getting deported.
Diane, I never even thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because say what you want to say, because no matter what, you're always going to have a subset of criminals and whatever. Caucasians, African Americans, Puerto Ricans, whatever. There's always going to be a subset of criminals. So saying that a whole immigration, like all immigrants are criminals is crazy to me, right? But think about it now. It's taking, like I see memes, videos on Instagram and TikTok, and they're like, it's taking double the time to build a house now.
Wow.
When the Latinos used to have it up in like 6-7 months.
I mean, I have heard of, and it's so funny that I was going to address it here, but I have heard that people have stopped showing up at work, stopped showing up at job sites because they're just so petrified. Mm-hmm. That sucks. This shit is really bad.
There was a woman that went with her husband to court because she was trying to get a Jamaican woman. She was trying to make sure, I don't know if it was her husband or her friend, and they snatched him up. So she's mad.
Because they were trying to do what was right.
She was upset. She's like, he coming to court to make sure that he's getting his papers. Mm-hmm. And they're like, ma'am, he doesn't have his papers, whatever. A man with a mask, pushes her. She's a big Jamaican woman.
Is this the one that's all over social media right now? And she's walking into the elevator.
She's like, I'll fight you.
Yeah.
And you can't get rid of me because I'm American. What?
Yeah.
take your mask off, show your face. I'm showing my face.
Yes.
And then
I
she's
did
like,
see that.
let Trump see this. So I'm just like, but that's the chaos.
It's out of control.
That's the chaos he wants.
It's out of control.
You seen all the reporters leave the Pentagon?
Yeah.
He's looking crazier and crazier to me, but I don't even want to waste no airtime on him.
At all.
But it was just crazy. It's crazy to me that so many jobs are being impacted, especially jobs like that, like HVAC, plumbing, and all that stuff, because a lot of our fellow Latinos were in those jobs.
Until you just said it, I was like, damn, I wonder if there's just like a shortage in the industry. Absolutely, there's a shortage in people.
Yeah.
Holy shit. It's a real, take a moment to pause. That's crazy. I don't know how we transition into the episode after that. Jeez Louise. Well, yeah, I guess this Jamaican woman, well, the woman who was married to the Jamaican man was using her voice, and she was like fighting for her man, and she was like, come at me with whatever it is that you have. So today's episode is about
self-love and speaking your truth. But self-love in all aspects.
100%.
In all aspects.
We talking about sex.
We talking about sex too. It has to be physical, right? It can't just be, I love you. I love you too. Bullshit. No.
Love is an action word. Love is a verb. And that goes for self-love as well as the love you are allowing yourself or opening yourself to receive and how you receive it. So this came up because last week, what was the question in the juice jar? I can't even remember.
I don't know what the question was, but we were talking about knowing how to communicate what you want sexually, what you need to be fulfilled. And so we were like, let's take out our shovels. It's time.
For these raunchy hoes. Because y'all know y'all love a good sex episode.
And we're gonna be, we're not gonna be too nasty.
That's
because we're on cable. But if you can't communicate what you need,
that's a bigger problem.
I mean,
that's a bigger. But you know what, D? How about when you don't know what you need?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't know yourself first. So therefore, you can't communicate what you need. Because I was telling Rocio before we even started recording, as Latinas, we're conditioned. I'm going to say it again. We are conditioned to please first.
In all aspects.
In all aspects. So we got to unlearn that and honor yourself first.
It's the same thing about how we didn't learn about sex growing up. It's like all the cositas mommy didn't tell me. It's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But you never knew why.
Right.
And you're like, so then either you go the route where you're just like curious and you want to do it and don't allow yourself to possibly engage with someone who's worthy and deserving of you, because at this point you don't even know yourself, or you go the extreme opposite and like Diana has shared before, you're like, I'm not going to have sex because I'm going to get pregnant. And it's, I never had that conversation with my mom. It's funny, now that I'm older, we have much more candid conversations.
Right.
But it's like that desire to, it's again, as Diana said, as Latinas, it's this constant like, no, because I said no. And that's it. And then it's like this badness over it. And then imagine it transitioning into your relationship. You get married or whatever. You don't feel like you can communicate because you're already ingrained to believe that sex is not a good thing. It shouldn't be pleasurable. It's not something you should necessarily enjoy. It's like what you said. It's something that you should make sure your partner is enjoying, because we are givers. We are servers. We are taught to be that.
But before you think about it, before you get into any type of relationship, right? Because we're very good at showing love to ourselves when we're single, because loving me helps me teach others how to love me, right? So when you're loving on yourself, and you're treating yourself, you're getting your hair done, you're getting your nails did, you're getting your eyelashes done, you're getting an outfit because you're going to the club and you look amazing. That's you loving yourself. So, of course, you're going to become attractive because the man's going to be like, yo, she loving on herself. Like, that's awesome, right? But then you lose that if you start, like, giving up your power. To me, it's like, keep loving on yourself. Challenge that. Make him love on you. You got to teach a person how to love you. That's it.
But also, you bringing up as someone who does love on herself, it's like there's a lot of women who don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I shared in the last season that my two cousins who go to Jennifer, shout out, were like, I've never gotten my lashes done ever. I barely ever get my nails done. And it's like,
why not?
It may not be everyone's thing, but it's like those are little ways to take care of yourself, to make yourself feel beautiful for you. You know, you can't tell me looking at shitty nails versus looking at a basic gel manicure doesn't make you feel like, ooh, she's cute.
Right.
Oh, she's cute. You know, so that is from the outside. Imagine the outside with doing the inner work. And then, of course, like Diana said, that's what becomes attractive. That's what your energy shifts, your energy changes. But it's maintaining that self-love when you allow someone into your space. And I feel like we become givers instead of, you need to meet my standards. We quickly, either lower our standards, don't have standards, because we're just happy to be in a relationship. Right. Happy to have someone interested in us without giving ourselves any grace or credit for he was interested in me because of the way I love and take care of myself.
And before you, like, to me, before you're going into any type of relationship, right? So we're gonna get to the sex, because I know y'all nasty. Y'all nasty, and y'all probably saying, they're like, what are they gonna talk about sex? We gonna get there. But we want to make sure that you guys are honoring yourselves first, right? Because to me, it's almost like you got to self-talk. And we talked about having good self-talk. And if you haven't listened to that episode, go back to it. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple, about having that good self-talk. And make sure that you're asking yourself, am I doing this because I want to do it? Or am I doing it because if I don't do it, he's going to be disappointed or she's going to be disappointed?
Period.
How does it feel to you in your body and in your soul? Because sometimes you get so conditioned to pleasing others and it just becomes a norm. And then you're not knowing what it is to feel the goodness. That's why when Rocio's talking about her cousins getting their lashes done, right? That's a good feeling. The bubble baths, that's a good feeling. So if you got to do those little things to start making yourself feel good, and at first, right, you're like, oh, this is just little. No, you're spending money on it. It's not little money either. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, to get a full set of lashes or something, it's like $120.
Period.
So it's not little money. So I hate when people apply little to stuff. No, it's not little money. You're doing it for you. So you got to make sure that it feels good. And I'm only saying that because if it's just a lash, remember that feeling, because when you're applying that to a relationship, right, you got to make sure it feels good too. It can't just be about the other person.
You preaching. If I had a pandereta, no, for real. It's because I've been there. I'm sure Diana built different, so maybe she hasn't. But it's like,
I've been there.
You find yourself sometimes in reflective moments of like, wait a minute. Wait, I am that bitch. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You must have lost in translation communication. And we all go through those periods, or we all have that person in our lives, you know, for me, that man, for you, whatever your sexual preference is, that can make you feel like, wait, I'm not, maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe my expectations are too high. Maybe, and for me, I don't use the word expectations. I always use standards, because it's a fucking standard. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it is either I'm the center of your world or this isn't going to work. And for me, I know personally, it took me a while to get here. And then when I married Phil, it was like, it's so funny because then I'll share something very personal because I don't know how else to be. And I've shared this with Diana. It wasn't until he passed that I realized that I may have taken certain things for granted. And it had nothing to do with financial, but had to do with the standard that he set as a man. You know, which for me is like, fuck, will I be alone for the rest of my life? Like, because now, and it's crazy that it's in his passing, I am fully vested in not lowering my standard. And it took me a minute to get here, but I'm here, and it's like, it's not. And now, and it's funny, I was talking to my therapist. Shout out. Shout out to my therapist.
Shout out to the therapist.
But it's in this week I had a session where I was really angry and I was like screaming as I was talking to her, but I was expressing myself, and I was like, how could I possibly dishonor a man that I was with for 24 years, besides Phil, myself as well, by even thinking to lower my standards? You know what I'm saying? Like, now it feels like, it was the movie Ghost with Demi Moore, where it's like, I feel sometimes like Phil's like watching me. I know this could be creepy, but I don't see it in a creepy way. It's more like Phil was like my number, even when we weren't together, you know, even when we separated, we were still best friends. And it was like any business plan I came up with, he was about it. Any decision I made about Sophie, he tried to act like he had an opinion, but he really was like, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that came after I had a conversation with him. It was like, I really want your insight and feedback. But it was like, how do I transition from a relationship like that? Not even a marriage, not even intimacy, and then allow my standards to be lowered. So I said that to say, even if you've never had that with a man or in an intimate relationship, once you set those standards for yourself, how dare you even think of lowering them?
Yep.
I will say this is, there's 8 billion people in the world.
With a B.
Billion. And you stressed about who?
Hay mucho feo también.
Sister. Unattractive, unemployed, semi-employed, small penises, selfish lovers, medium penises, selfish lovers, large penises, selfish lovers,
huge penises,
and selfish lovers. What good is a huge penis if he's a selfish lover?
I mean, I think it's very important to make sure, you know, as you get older and you start coming in and out of relationships, you start knowing exactly what feels good and what doesn't.
Period.
Right? So you have to take stock of that. You're no longer like an idiot. You're no longer like, and sometimes you get blinded by amazing sex, passion, and all that stuff. That blinds you. That puts like 17 million blindfolds on. Trust me.
But
we talked about red flags.
Not only so amazing sex, right? But let's talk about like in like a circle of women. You know what's blinding? History, nostalgia, the past, or how much time you've had with someone. And it's like bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. That's even worse.
I think that's when the self-love comes in.
Period.
And then you got to establish like limits, boundaries, and healthy limits, right? Knowing how to say no. Because if you want to learn how to say it in Spanish, here's your Spanish lesson. No. It's the same. So I learned very early and saw very often that we sacrificed ourselves, and I say ourselves, aunts, cousins,
100%.
friends, but you get used to doing it. You know what I'm saying? So if these people are really your friends, then it shouldn't be that way. If you lose 1 or 2 friends because you're trying to establish your boundaries and your self-love and stuff, and you lose them, well, fuck them. Bye. Deuces.
And that has nothing to do with an intimate relationship.
At all.
Which, by the way, at times is even more difficult as a woman. Because you know, we did episode que dirá la gente. You don't want people to say things about.
Yep.
It's having that self-love to the point, and I say, I've said this often, it's like self-love is not selfish.
Girl, say it again.
Self-love is not selfish.
That's, you know what that is? That's emotional maturity.
Period.
Self-love is emotional maturity. You've been through some things. You've cried. You've picked yourself back up. You went and did it again. Your heart got smashed, got run over. They put it in the oven, then they put it back in the freezer. Now it broke again. Guess what? You got back up and you did it again. This is the type of thing, right, that it's like, yo, I keep doing this. So learn from the mistakes from the past. Like, oh my God, that was amazing, but I won't do this.
Period.
That was great, but I won't do that. You can't look for the same love in a different body, but it's the same shit. You just can't. You got to honor yourself sometimes. Sometimes it means letting people down. Sometimes it means saying no. Sometimes it means that the expectation that they're expecting of you, because you've always been this amazing person that provides and does and gives. I'm tired today. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lose a friend because you're saying no and you're tired, deuces.
100%. And even as it pertains to a relationship, it's like Tiana Taylor is funny, because I do feel like there's an epidemic in a sense, and I'm not a man hater or a man basher at all. But I can quickly become one.
Damn.
Just saying. Tiana Taylor was interviewed, and I think it was Angie Martinez, and she was like, I don't know. No, I don't know if it was Angie, but she basically was like, sometimes there's just no more words. There is nothing left to say. And I feel like as women, we always want to, in a way, you feel like you need to have these conversations because you think you're going to change someone, or you think this is the conversation that's going to impact. This is the conversation that's going to fuel. And it's like, silence is loud and clear. Sometimes there are no more words to say. And that has a lot to do with self-love too. Why reopen yourself to something as you are healing, as you're moving on, as you're transitioning, as your intuition and your feminine intuition is constantly telling you, this doesn't feel good.
Right.
This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel, it's like yelling at you. This doesn't feel good. And then the heart or whatever it is like, oh, but there's history there. Oh, but he loves me. Oh, but he's trying. Oh, but. So then what happens? You start to, let's say it's excuses. You start to take these excuses and justify when really at the end of the day, it's like my, which I've always thanked Diana for, which I feel like we're here for each other. But my therapist this week is like, what is wrong with setting the standard?
Right.
What is so wrong with being like, no, actually, you want to be with me, so then it's me and everybody else. And what is so wrong with saying, if you can't do that, that's cool. That's not what I want. You know, it's, and we do it culturally. You mentioned it. Cardi B mentioned, she's like, now I understand why we all have that auntie who's in her 60s, single, fly, got her shit together, and she's just done with men. Because she's like, this remedial stuff, this is tiring.
Or they go play for the other team.
Period.
I know a lot.
Talk about that.
I know a lot. Because you know what? Sometimes when you're having these conversations, right? So we were talking about this last week, and the conversation was being able to have the conversation with your man, your woman, whatever your sexual preference is, about your desires, right? Because many of us, as Latinas especially, if you're too sexual, you know, you're less respectable. You're a whore. If I know what the heck I want, I'm not a whore. If I know what my body does and reacts, everybody's not going to have the same reaction to your one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the last episode, I'm gonna need you to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the whole alphabet. Like, and sometimes you don't.
And then do it in reverse.
Sometimes, and then do it in reverse.
Do it in reverse.
And sometimes, you know, growing up,
what people you're going to do the whole alphabet with, what people you're going to share your whole portfolio with, right? And sometimes you don't share the whole portfolio. Sometimes you're just at ABC. See ya. Like, deuces, this is all I want to announce, right? But I think being sexual is human. I think being sexual is beautiful, is natural. It is what we procreate. A lot of us as Latina were, that's all we were supposed to do, right? We're not supposed to enjoy it.
That's crazy.
When you see the
That's
movies
crazy.
from back in the day,
That's crazy.
everybody, high school, pregnant, married, pregnant, then
It's not even
no career.
It's I won't share with who, but it's like I have had multiple conversations with friends whose mothers or even their mothers who are still married, who haven't had sex for 20 years, who don't sleep in the same bed with their husbands. These are
But they're married still?
but they're married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's also like that is no pun intended, married with the fact that you stay. But they and so imagine that's the example you have. So of course you're like, well, I have kids, or I'm comfortable in my marriage or whatever, but you have these inner desires and you don't know how to express them, or you also don't know how to leave.
And your pleasure is your right.
Period.
It is not a reward that you have to earn. Your pleasure is your right. Just like a man wants to do American Idol so that he could be pleasured, right? It takes a little bit more for women sometimes.
Use your minds to figure out what American Idol
but
is.
it takes a little bit more sometimes. Some women, it's quicker. Some takes longer. Some you have to use things with. Some, you know what I'm saying? But you have to find that comfort spot. And that's why the conversation is always good. You got to normalize conversation, especially if you're going to spend years and years. 20 years? If you're going to be spending years and years with somebody and that person doesn't know how to get you off, that's crazy.
Or you don't know how to.
Or how to get them off.
Talk about it.
Or talk about it.
Like-
Everything. Like, I have friends now that don't like to talk about sex.
With who?
Just period.
Oh, no.
Just period.
You look at me.
And
I have friends
It's a
too.
lot. It's a lot. They, if they had pearls on, they would be clutching them. So I know at some places, where I can start talking about it. And then there's times when, I have a girlfriend be like, hey, yo, D, what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? So, and I'll be like, oh, well, come over here. Let's talk about it. Right? Because they want to know. They're younger. They want to know. And I'm going to give them what I think. Right? But of course, you have to apply it to because everything is not going to be. Imagine if there was a package for you to just be able to put it on somebody.
Praise God. Jesus. There is a God in heaven, Lord.
Because you deserve to be able to express what turns you
100%.
on,
100%.
what you really like, and vice versa. And if it's not working out, you need to have that conversation too.
But
Like, this is no longer working out for me.
100%.
Let's try something
and
else.
And to me, yes, conversations about sex specifically are important. It's obviously can be. I mean, I speak from a place of I've always been very transparent. I'm a sexually liberated human. Like, I talk about sex with my mom. Like, I'm very open sexually in a conversational sense. So it's like, to me, it's not taboo at all. But I feel like that is a part of the bigger cycle. Like, if you are someone who enjoys receiving flowers, if you are someone who a sweet text message is important.
Exactly.
There's women that are not, their love language is not physical touch.
Right.
Period. If yours is, and you know that you're not receiving that, you should
need
be
to
able
say
to
something.
communicate that.
Yeah.
And you should also be able to identify when your partner's like, oh, here you go again. Oh, da, da, da. When you're being gaslit, when the response is defensive.
Right.
These, again, red flag is like,
And they don't make you feel good.
Yes. Exactly. When someone doesn't make you feel good about something that you know intentionally, you're just expressing not necessarily even a need, but a want, girl. So what do you think a response is going to be when it comes to something as intimate as sex, when that is all based on performance? You know what I'm saying? Especially for the man. So those to me, and we are very transparent on Cositas. It comes down to communication. It
Yep.
comes down to conversation, and these are things that I didn't learn with my mom. You know what I mean? We didn't even communicate about things in the house. Like we didn't. There was no such thing as communication. Now my mom's gonna be 80, and obviously. Therapy's normalized and communicating and talking and expressing feelings, but even those conversations sometimes come with a lot of like defensiveness and negativity, when really this new generation, and my prayer for my daughter is that she's even more open and better at it, and is so clear on her ability to request and speak and say whatever it is that she wants.
Because to me, like, there's so much mask wearing and performative type. And to me, like, you should be dropping that and asking yourself, again, am I doing this for me because this is what it feels good? Because or am I doing this because I think this is what the person wants? No. I think to me, intimacy happens when there's a connection. Right? If there's no connection, it's just casual sex, period. Right? And there's been so many conversations that I've been a part of with men and women that'll say, "Oh, it was just sex," right? Yeah, but it's intimacy at the end of the day, right? You catch feelings, but you have to be able to own your sexuality first of all, know what you want, and if you think if the other person that you're expressing yourself to says it's too much, maybe that person's not for you.
Sis, walk.
Maybe that person is not
Period.
for you. The more that you express yourself and your desires, the connection is just going to grow and grow. And if the person is not at your level, then
It's never gonna grow.
it's never going to grow. You know exactly where I was going. Girl,
Period.
I'm going to charge you rent. Get out my
Period.
head.
I was like, it ain't growing.
It ain't growing.
And also the I will. Girl.
The talkers.
I will. Where's he at? Where's I will? Because
Don't dim you. We've always said this about just anything in your life. Don't dim your light. Don't dim your fire for anyone. Your sexual energy. If that intimidates the other person,
Period.
bye.
Bitch, I'm 45 and I feel like I was
There's somebody
18
for
yesterday.
somebody. There's somebody that's gonna have that same fire.
8 billion people.
And the explosion with that fire, imagínate.
8 billion people.
With a B.
8 billion people. It's like, how would you advise someone, right? Like you mentioned you have, like you'll have a sidebar conversation. How would you, I don't want to use the word coach, but how would you advise someone who is feeling like they cannot express themselves or cannot find their voice to express what it is that they want?
I would say, first of all, release the shame. Because there's so much like taboo around sex in Latino households anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was more about having kids or getting pregnant. And then you start seeing your titis and aunties or uncles having 2 different homes with different kids. And it's all a secret, but literally you just played my aunt dirty. Like, what's really going on here? Another thing is getting to know your body. Self-exploration and all that stuff. We won't go too deep into that because as we said, we're on a channel, you know that. But that says a lot.
I'm going to say it, masturbation. Thank you.
Normalize the conversation. Make it normal to talk about it. Make it normal. Like, it's not just some sex ed class in middle school. Right? Drop the performance. You're not a porn star. You know what I'm saying? If you need to look at that and to get some inspiration, you know what I'm saying? That those work. Those things work. Kama Sutra books. All that stuff. If you can't invest in yourself, it's just use your voice in the bedroom. I mean, that's just plain. Understand your power, as women especially.
100%.
Don't just sit there unfulfilled.
It's so crazy.
This is where this came from.
No, I'm telling you, it's so crazy because it's funny that women will refer to women in this situation. It's like you put yourself in such a place of insecurity. But sis, look at who you sleeping with. Respectfully.
I'm sorry.
Like, he might be an amazing human being, all the things. But when I say that, I say it in the sense of like, he's human too.
Where the shades? Where them shades?
How much insecurity is on that side as well?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like men are extremely insecure. Even those who act boastful, even those who may have a lot of pride in their package and whatever, the look, the feel, the size or whatever, that doesn't mean you're good in bed. That doesn't mean you know what you're doing. That doesn't mean you know how to satisfy. That doesn't mean you know where to touch and how to listen. You could have a toddler arm, and then you have a sex and you hear the city bus drive by. Sir, that is not good sex.
Slapping my knee.
If I can hear the city bus, something is not translating. You get what I'm saying?
I get what
so
you're
it's
saying.
like women put it upon themselves. Sis.
You know how many friends I had growing up that had their men's with no jobs or whatever drop them off and take their car?
Yo. You know what? You just said that, and it brought me back. I never had to do that.
Like,
thank God. Both of us ain't have cars.
For real.
But
you ain't about to you ain't about to flex in my car.
wow.
Nah.
That's standard. Babe. Like, no.
And then bring an empty tank.
Girl. That should just hit.
Girl.
I might shed a tear right now. Because holy shit.
To me, like, when you love yourself enough to speak your truth, whether it's in the bedroom, in the conference room, wherever, you attract love that speaks it back. You attract energy that speaks it back. Whatever you put out in the world is going to come back to you. When I tell you, at the job that I'm at right now, I talk to everybody from the CFO to the cleaning people to the building folks to the security the same way. We're all humans. But guess what? I get that same energy back. They don't see me for months. I went back today to Boston, and they're like, Diana. But that's the energy I give them, right? Because a lot of these folks are invincible. So when I spoke to them the first time, they're like, oh, you talking to me? You know, service people.
You mean they feel invisible, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
no, because nobody really, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, hey, what's up? How the kids? What y'all doing this weekend? It takes, 2 minutes, 2 seconds? It's a human person. And if something pop off, guess what? They got my back.
Period.
And I got theirs.
You want to make sure your food is hot in the cafeteria. You planning a executive lunch.
Yes.
She gonna look out for you. It's just
Hot
the way
food
it is.
hot. Cold food is cold.
No, but it's a great example of like it's we also have this ability to, you mentioned wearing masks, and we have this ability to, like, even the strongest of women, you know, we walk into rooms and it's like all this energy, and then you get into a relationship and you dim your light and you're like, of course, for me, it's definitely daddy issues, but it's like this need to be recognized by someone. It's, and in a sense, it's a release of power, and it's so unnecessary. And it's also a release of power to someone who probably doesn't even know what to do with it.
Right.
So you're not going to receive it back.
At all.
You know, it's obviously there are great men and there are amazing
absolutely.
women.
Absolutely.
But it's
because there are amazing women that raise great men.
Period. But it's also knowing, as Diana said, it's like, don't dim your light. For me, it's always checking in with that intuition. It's like sometimes something you want so bad, babe, it's just not for you. It's not for you. And it's not until, and you know, we've been there. It's Bad Bunny says, me enamorado de 1,500 veces, me enamoró una vez más. It's like, babe, 8 billion.
But think about it. You just said, and I know you've gone through it, I've gone through it, where you see somebody and it's like this thing that you can't attain, and then finally you attain it. Oh my God, I finally got to be with a person, this and this and that. And it's not even all that.
Period.
You need to stop putting so much grandiose expectations on people of what you think they're going to be like. Let them show you what they're going to be like.
The potential.
You know what I'm saying? Don't fall in love with that potential.
Or the dangling carrot.
Or lust. Don't fall in lust with the potential.
That dangling carrot will have you there for a few years. And then one day you wake up and you're like, holy shit. You know? And again, it's like, shame on them or shame on me?
Shame on me.
You know what I'm saying? And that's ugly. That's ugly work to be like, fuck, shame on me. You know, because the dangling carrot, and then all of a sudden that shit starts getting rotten, and you're like, wait a minute. I see, it's been there the whole time. The I will, covered with the I love you, covered with the this. But it's all a batch of excuses. And at times, what happened is you looked back and you wasted time.
And that dangling carrot could be amazing sex. That dangling carrot could be amazing passion. That dangling carrot, it could be whatever it is in your situation.
It's masked.
It's masked. Whatever it is in your situation, if it's making you feel like, oh man, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s. Like, let's talk about that. You know what you should be feeling like, what you want to feel like. You know what's happy. You know what feels good. You know, like, you should be at a point right now where you're like, no, I'm not putting up with that crap no more. No.
Period.
Sorry.
Period.
No. Let me start my roster. Espérate. A coger la aplicaciones. Let me get some
roster. Taking trips.
Listen, it's never too late.
Catching flights, not
saying,
feelings. It's true. It's true. So, to wrap up the episode, which we could talk about forever.
And we're not therapists. We just gone through some things.
I'm not a therapist, but I basically am. Diana's not a therapist
advice.
But she basically is. Because when I need her, she's fucking there. And when she needs me,
she's fucking there.
She's fucking there. So we're not on call and we don't do the hour. But sis, a therapist will tell you, ma'am, no, you are. You know, there's these quotes and sayings that exist for a reason. You are royalty. If you are a spiritual person, you are the daughter of a king. You are special. You are perfect in God's creation. Like, if you really listen to these things and you absorb them, you will not allow yourself to continue to look at the dangling carrot.
Right.
Or continue to look at someone who honestly has so much work to do and you cannot do the work for them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Don't
so
save
they can't be saved. What, you going to save someone at the cost of killing yourself?
Right.
Can't do it.
They got to want it just as much as you want it. That's it. Actions speak louder than words.
Love is a verb. It's an action word.
I hope you guys learned a little something that y'all could grab and apply. Or you probably talking to the radio or whatever y'all listening to us on. To the screen. Like, yeah.
Or like, you know what you're really doing?
Oh my
Looking
God,
in the
they're
mirror,
talking about
and
sex.
you're like, she's talking about me. Holy shit. Let me go.
We're not talking about anybody specifically.
Let me go hug up on this remedial man
I hope we don't
quick.
make you feel like bad.
No,
but
I hope I do. I hope I do, sis, because you are worthy of greatness.
You are great.
I speak to myself.
You are great.
I look in the mirror. I remind myself of that. And in huge decisions, like leaving an amazing human being, my intuition, my feminine was like, this is no longer it. You know what I'm saying?
And you deserve better, and you deserve love, and you deserve amazing sex, and you deserve all those things that you want in one person. And for all you single ladies that you want to just juggle a couple few for a little bit, that's your business.
For all you single ladies that want to juggle a few, I've been trying to convince Diana to come out with a side hustle as to... like, she literally needs to come out with a side hustle as to, like, meeting men, dating, how you present yourself in the modern world.
Like a dating show or something like that?
I don't know. I really think you need to explore...
I'll start writing something.
Confidence,
you know, somebody else told me that.
Like confidence coaching.
Vanessa told me that.
Yes.
She said, Diana,
shout out Vanessa, who I love.
You need to write something.
Yes, it's like 10 steps to, or a confidence coaching situation that pertains to dating. Because again, and it's funny, and we have to wrap, but I know so many women in different, as you know, spaces.
Yes, you've told me.
CEOs, running companies.
And it doesn't matter what.
Same
it doesn't
bullshit.
Matter. Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
And these people are dating celebrities,
NBA players.
athletes,
Yes,
this, that.
yes.
And it's this, they're
It's the
dealing
same thing at a
with
different
the
level.
same
At a different
bullshit.
level. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like
Because we're all what? Humans.
pendejas.
I'm going to do what that guy does with his glasses.
Wait, are those cheap readers? Because then in that case, that's fine. Anyway, from one pendeja to another. Peace out.
Bye, y'all.
We love y'all.
Gracias for listening to Cositas Mami Never Told Me. We hope you loved this episode. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and share Cositas Mami Never Told Me on all your social channels. Todas las redes sociales. And don't forget, if you want in on the real tea and see all of our reactions to the craziness, watch this episode on YouTube. ¡Qué bochinche!